ago was another act she hadn't forgiven. She slowly released his hand, struggled to her feet again, and sank into the guest chair closest to him. She leaned back to grasp fully the opportunity that was unfolding in front of her eyes, cocking her head from one side to the other as she stared at him. She leaned forward, ready to release decades of pent-up anger. Why did I love you for so long? Our on-again, off-again affair was such a mixed bag over the years. A never-ending cycle of joy and sorrow and pleasure and pain. Every time we started up, you were attentive, playful, and erotic. But then something would happen. Your wife's birthday, an anniversary, or Christmas would approach, and you'd turn all business and treat me like any other employee. But I wasn't just a subordinate. I was your lover. I was your confidant. I was the one you came to when your wife turned cold in bed. I was the one you came to with excitement when you wanted to expand the business. I was your sounding board in the office and the bedroom. She took in a deep breath to say what needed saying for 35 years. You're a heartless beast. Before you die, you should know I took care of things my way, not yours. William opened his eyes, and a single tear fell down his cheek. He then turned his face to look up into the heavens and took one last breath. Without any more blood to pump, his heart stopped. He was dead. Georgia had wondered how she would feel when her former lover and long-term employer finally passed away. Would she feel sadness or joy or regret or satisfaction? To her surprise, she felt relieved. His death meant he would never again enjoy his favorite seared steak or bottle of 50-year-old scotch. He would never see another beautiful sunset, or feast his eyes on historical buildings he'd spent decades preserving. But most importantly, William would never again break her heart. Burn in hell, William Castle. Georgia pushed up from her chair. As she lifted the telephone to call 911, several black and white photographs strewed atop the desk caught her eye. Her lip turned up, her first glance having revealed what she could only describe as pornography. Two women in various stages of undress or wholly naked and engaged in unspeakable sexual acts. Closer inspection confirmed to her the identity of Alex Castle and solidified Georgia's loathing of her. Of course she would pose for such depravity. Georgia had long thought William's twins were unworthy of his trust and had never understood why he consistently defended their actions, even when they proved unreliable. These photographs represented everything she hated about the Castle family. She didn't know how yet, but she would see that these pictures marked the end of Alexandra's control of Castle Resorts. She grabbed the photos, left William lying in a pool of his blood, and calmly returned to her office. Gathering her things, she thought about the police investigation that would commence once someone found William's body. Instead of riding the elevator down and risking being recorded by its surveillance camera, she slowly descended the 23 floors via the stairwell, where sheets of plastic had blocked the building's security cameras during construction work. Once out of the building, just like she did every night after work, albeit usually hours earlier than tonight, she made her way to the subway station 2 blocks away, rode the train to Brooklyn, and walked the rest of the way home. There she carefully tucked the photographs away in a shoebox and placed the box on the top shelf of her closet for safekeeping. Enjoy your time at Castle Resorts, Alex, Georgia thought. You won't have the reins for long. Chapter 1. Bedford Hills, New York, 2010. A soothing male voice drifted from the train's intercom, announcing, "This is the Mount Kisco station. Next stop, Bedford Hills."